Welcome friends, this is Sulu on the 5es.sausaq channel. Today we are going to talk about the glaring environmental problems that affect us all. Caspian Sea. On its shores are Kazakhstan, Russia, Azerbaijan, Iran and Turkmenistan. This drainless lake is facing a danger due to an ecological crisis that is causing incredible damage to its unique ecosystem.
A sharp decrease in water flow, a reduction in biological resources, and anthropogenic pollution. Saving the Caspian Sea should become a priority for long-term international cooperation. I call on all stakeholders to join efforts and develop a common action plan to improve the conditions of this unique regional water reservoir. Together, we can turn the Caspian Sea into a sea of peace and new opportunities.
In November 2023, at the summit of the UN Special Program for the Economies of Central Asia, the president of Kazakhstan, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, appealed to other leaders to develop a joint action plan to save this unique body of water. Since 2006, the sea's water surface area has decreased by more than 31,000 square kilometers. This has caused a serious problem for both of local population and the seaports. The shallowing of the Caspian Sea is seriously affecting the work of Kazakhstan seaports. Experts warn of serious consequences of shallowing for the economy and public health. What ensures the stability of the Caspian Sea? According to Amir Aliyev, professor of geographical sciences, there are several key factors. First is the geographical location. The Caspian Sea is sloping from west to east, which ensures the natural movement of water in the sea. The excess water goes to the east and evaporates, which creates a kind of balance. Secondly, the structure of the sea. The Caspian Sea is divided into the three parts: northern, middle, and the southern. The northern part of the sea is very shallow, only 5-6 meters deep, which limits the volume of the water that can accumulate it. Thirdly, regulation of the water volume. In case of increased river flow, the Caspian Sea has the ability to contain the excess water without this serious problem. In addition, the decrease in evaporation from the northern Caspian Sea is balanced by increase in evaporation from the other parts of Caspian Sea. All these factors make the Caspian Sea is more stable to human and the natural factors. What is destroying the Caspian Sea? The decline of flora and fauna is a big problem for the Caspian Sea. Why? Because the sea is being polluted by waste that gets there by human activities. For example, oil becomes the main pollutant. Oil suppresses their development and reduces the level of oxygen in the water. In addition, oil and gas extraction and the interference in the natural ecosystem of the Caspian Sea have led to serious declines in the number of the seals, a unique species that is endemic to the region. All these factors combined are upsetting the ecological balance of the Caspian Sea, which for the 2 million years has developed insulation from the world's oceans. Despite the existence of the Framework Convention for the Protection of the Marine Environment of the Caspian Sea, the situation there remains difficult. The 5 Caspian countries signed the convention in Tehran in 2003 to protect the marine environment from pollution and ensure sustainable use of its resources. The convention regulates the use of the Caspian Sea, but it's not always implemented. The countries agree to use the sea only for the peaceful purposes, but recent events show that this is not always respected. Despite speeches about friendship and cooperation, the Caspian Sea has become a target of warfare. As a result of such events, human lives are at risk and the ecosystem of the sea is endangered. This reminds us of the importance of respecting international agreements and the protecting the environment for the future generation. But so what? All parties agree that the situation in the Caspian Sea is catastrophic, but no one talks about specific action or a common strategy to solve this problem. Azerbaijan notes that there are regular expeditions on the scientific vessel Aliyev Hajiyev to study the environmental situation, biological researches and the state of the sea. However, no concrete measures have been taken to purify the water to stop the flow sewage the water. Sewage problem in the Azerbaijani sector of the Caspian Sea remains unresolved. On the contrary, the number of the problems in the rivers whose the waters flow into the Caspian Sea only increases every year. A similar situation in obsessed in other sectors. Despite the increased economic activity, appropriate environmental measures are not being implemented. Dmitry Kalmykov, an ecologist of the development director of the Karaganda Regional Ecological Museum, speaks about the lack of activity of the Caspian countries in solving this problem. Construction of dams and channeling water for irrigation result in water not reaching the Caspian Sea. The problem is inefficient coordination between neighboring countries. The conclusion is one: state must cooperate to manage shared water resources. What the Yazan activists do? Yazan is increasingly becoming the voice of change, the voice that demands answers the action. Azamat Sarsimbayev, activist and blogger from Mangistau, is vocal advocate for the protection of the Caspian Sea. His videos and photos have attracted attention in both Kazakhstani and the foreign media, emphasizing for growing interest in the sea problem. Sarsimbayev captures change that vividly demonstrated it, motivating society to take action. Aday Murzatai, a student and social media activist, also raised the issue, showing the fresh photo and the videos taken just a few days ago. He showed how the volume of the water in the sea is decreasing. Young people realize the seriousness of the situation and are actively involved in finding solutions to preserve the Caspian Sea. Their interests give hope to change events and to prevent the destruction of the water body. Our actions today shape the future of the world. Let's do everything we can to protect the Caspian Sea and to ensure the well-being of all its creatures. Share this video, discuss the issue with others, and take action. Together, we can change the story of the better. Thank you for being with us.